skills they need to move on in life, and teach parents how to advocate for their own children.
So, Stranda, most of the families you dealt with when you were at the Department for Jobs and Family Services, these were kids with disabilities?
Oftentimes they were.
Oh,
A lot of times they weren't diagnosed until the abuse was found out.
Okay.
A lot of times they were just children who had behavioral issues, and nobody really knew why they had behavioral issues. Typically they would get put on Ritalin, and they would decide that they have ADHD. They would decide that they have ADD or ADHD, and they were misdiagnosed. And once the abuse was determined, then children slowly began to get the help that they needed, and the diagnoses began being corrected, and just the parents slowly trying to understand.
I'm sorry. Pass me, what's this in the back right there? First
Clams.
Okay.
The parents slowly understanding that I don't have a bad child, but I have a child with a disability. Neurologically, something misfires, and this is why my child acts like this. It made it easier for the parent to deal with the child, because now there's the beginning of an understanding of why this child acts this way.
Why do you think, and I'm just asking you so we can share with our audience, why do you think people with disabilities need a mentoring program in the first place?
I think people with disabilities need a mentoring program because oftentimes they're dealing with the same situations that we're dealing with, but the assumption is that because they have a disability or they have mental retardation or what have you, that the issues I face, they don't face.
Right.
They have boyfriend issues, they have girlfriend issues, they have issues with their peers, they go to work and interact with people who may also be disabled, but will make them feel less than because their disability is stronger or more severe than their disability is. And so oftentimes they need somebody who can just come in and help guide them, and can hold their hand through certain processes and help them. Sometimes it's paperwork, sometimes it's just doing something to help increase their self-esteem. It runs the gamut from very small things to major things.
Exactly.
And I think that in life we could probably all on some level
use a
stand a mentor, but especially when there's a disability. I'm going to write you a little ISP before you go back to New York City.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I mean, I've listened to the things that were said today, and it's really a great program that you're doing. And for me, I've decided to take it in to a deeper level, and I'm going to join a group because there's so many fine women around here. Woo!
Wrong reason, though.
That's my reason, but I'll give it a whole hard try.
On that note, Mr. Lane, I'm going to give you guys back the kitchen.
I mean, that gumbo is looking swell.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I guess we can add the, what's that right there?
This is lump crab meat.
Okay, we can do that.
You want lump crab meat?
President doesn't.
Plenty of it, too.
Yeah.
I don't spare the seafood when I make gumbo.
Can't spare the seafood.
I've had gumbo in places where, there was a little piece of shrimp floating around, a little piece of...
Well, see, those type of restaurants, what they do is they take the crab, they take the shrimp, they take the crayfish, and they tie them little pieces of thread and they just dip them in. And then they take, it has crab in it. Not much, but it has some in there.
This is going to be hearty.
Oh, yeah.
You want the shrimp now, too?
Yeah, give me a few more minutes. I want some of this stuff to incorporate in this way, because the shrimp is the only thing that's not cooked already.
We have shrimp and scallops left.
Oh, you can give me the scallops.
Okay. These are big, beautiful scallops.
I decided not to give the camera. This is my pot. Where's my spoon?
Which spoon?
That great big one.
There it is.
Yeah, this is my spoon.
To eat with?
No confusion. My pot, my spoon. Nobody touch this spoon or this pot. That's mine. Y'all can. I don't need that one. Oh, okay.
I gave you some extra ears.
We got nice big juicy
Ooh, aren't they
scallops.
beautiful?
You want more?
Yeah, put them on.
Now, just as a side note, there is I don't know what they do here now, but in New York City there was a thing going on with scallops. There's a fish called a monkfish. The common term for it is an anglerfish. It's a very ugly fish that sits in the bottom, it's got this thing in the nose, and it catches fish that way. And what they do is when you catch it, the size is very meaty like scallops. So what they were doing was they were catching the fish, clean them, and snap them out of scallops and pass them off as scallops.
Oh, get
Just
out.
as a note, so.
See, that's why I like living where the cornfields are. We didn't do that. Those are real scallops.
Yeah, but it costs you so much because they ain't got no scallops in the cornfield.
Okay. You know, one of the concerns that people have voiced to me about making gumbo is the timing is crucial in terms of cooking all of that different seafood, because sometimes if you leave it on too long at a robust boil, your crayfish tails may get tough, your shrimp may get tough. But I see you're doing a pretty good job because everything is looking real nice.
Well, see the thing about when you're cooking any kind of dish that requires seafood is the vegetables and the roux and stuff like that you want to simmer out. Your bay leaves and spices and things that you want to let it simmer out because that's what's bringing the flavor out. The taste of fish, whether it be shrimp, crab, lobster, clams, is very strong. It doesn't need to sit in there that long for it to be flavorful. So you can let the okra and all that stuff simmer all day long if you want to. And at the very last minute, you hit it with the seafood. Because seafood cooks so very fast.
It does.
But for that purpose here, we don't have that much time. But it's still going to be very tasty. This is very good. This is.
That does look good.
Yeah. I can leave you a little bit more chicken broth.
Chicken broth coming up. How much do you want in there? Just tell me when.
That's good. That's good. And some of that secret sauce.
It's a secret.
Don't let them see it.
If we tell you, we have to kill you. It's white truffle oil.
So, after you've done this is what you'll have at the end.
Oh wait, we gotta add our.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, put the shrimp in.
Sure.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna show you something real. Show you something. Now, she just put the shrimp in there. We had about 30 seconds right now. If you give it a few more turns, in about a minute or so, the shrimp will start to turn red and they're done. Shrimp does not take long to cook at all. Matter of fact, you can take a bowl of water, put it in the microwave till it boils, and take the water out of the microwave and put the shrimp in. You let them sit there, they'll cook by themselves.
Okay, and we just happen to have Donald's portion of the seafood gumbo
There we
here.
go.
Already
Steaming.
Oh, you want to stir it so they can see.
So come over here and take a look at this, Mr. Cameraman. Don't get too close, you will get hurt.
Donald, I can smell the filet.
That's right. That secret grandma's recipe stuff
Oh,
that
isn't that beautiful?
This is a hearty meal.
That could feed about 40 people, couldn't it?
Easily. Or just 2 of us.
We're expecting company.
Yes.
That's why the doorbell keeps ringing.
Okay. So you see, like I said, just like on this pot here, right now, the shrimp have already started to get red. See? It's only been in there less than a minute as of right now. So it doesn't take long for the shrimp to cook. That's why you want to save your seafood to the last. Once everything else, the vegetables, everything is simmered out and got as tender as you need it to be, the best thing to do now is add the seafood. And once you do that, everything's ready. So for right now, I mean, we learned a lot about Enplain View, Ms. Joyner, and the program that she's doing, and everything was good. So we gave you the purpose. Now we're going to give you the home cooking. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye. We need your help. We can't do it without the help of the public. We need you to help us tell other people about our mentoring program. Go to our website. The more hits we get on our website, the more compelling our argument would be when we go to Fortune 500 companies and say, we're a real program. We don't want nonprofit status. We're a real program. Just advertise with us. And then we can get the big advertisers to advertise with us, and therefore we can deliver the services that we want to deliver in the mentoring program. So that's what Enplain View is all about. And what we do when we say Enplain View, we want to take all of the issues surrounding disabilities and put them in plain view. Because a lot of them are swept under the rug. Right. I know if we go around the room, we either have issues about disabilities ourselves, or we have family members who are not getting the services that they need, or not getting treated the way they should be treated. And so all of us, it affects every one of us. So tonight what we're going to do is we are going to dialogue about the mentoring program, but we're also going to feed you. What we're doing is we have 3 soups. We have vegetarian black bean soup. We have chicken vegetable soup, and our featured soup is seafood gumbo. We have plenty of fresh bread, salad. We have got a couple of desserts, but we just want to sit around and talk about the mentoring program and talk about how valuable you guys are to what we're trying to do and how you can play a role in helping us just by spreading the word, just by talking to people, telling them to go to the website. We intend to pack that website full of information, full of fun things. If you go there now, it's under construction, so all you're going to see is the initial launching, which was the birthday celebration, my 60th. So you get to go and see the 60th birthday celebration, see our panel discussion and the entertainment that we had. And we have plans to tape every 3 months. We're planning to tape, our next taping will be at the Redmore, is it a club? Or is it a theater? Is it a club?
It used to be a show, but it's a club.
It's a
entertainment venue.
It's a mixed use.
Like a supper club?
Yeah.
Okay. That's where we're planning to tape next. And following that, we plan to go to New York City, and that's why we have our guest, Don Lane from New York City. He flew in for this especially. Let's get Don in. And Don, that makes us feel really good. You came all the way from New York City yesterday.
Right.
To be a part of this,
right.
To find out what we're doing, and to try to help facilitate us getting a venue up in New York City. How many people are just laying that out for us and offering their resources and traveling?
Well, pretty much being the person that I'm going to do it all myself. She's supposed to laugh. I guess it's not funny. I've got a lot of people. I teach photography at York College in Queens, and I spoke to them this morning about the setup. Whether we can use the full theater or they have a main concourse in the main college building, and we can use that. But in any event, it should be a great turnout. Because like I said, we have the college students and people in the community that are interested in that. So it should be something that especially if we start advertising for it early.
Right.
I'm gonna start doing it as soon as I get back to New York City on Monday.
So our goal is to travel to the major cities in the United States, not only to showcase what we're doing, but to showcase the talent that's in that particular area, to find out who does the good, vocals in New York City, who does it in Atlanta. We also have booked a $4 million chalet in the mountains to celebrate my 61st birthday and the taping. And we intend to invite as many people that would like to attend to come along with us. We have a host of things that we're planning on doing. And why don't some of the ladies from Enplain View introduce yourselves, because I'm sure everybody in here doesn't know who you are. Let's start with you, Monica.
Thank you, Jackie. I'm Monica Cure, and I've known Jackie for the last 14 years. And she and I worked together, and that's how we became friends, and how I'm a part of Enplain View to talk about inclusion and getting our word out there about the mentoring program.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Ebna. Most people mispronounce my name. But my name is Ebna Moa,